I think we're live. We're live, everyone. Yes, we are. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new stream, and that is right. We are live on this beautiful December 18th, 2024. Hope everyone's having a great day, night, afternoon, midnight, wherever you are in the world. I'm starting to have a great day myself, and we are by ourselves today. I don't think anyone's in the Discord. Yeah, no one's on today, so it's just me, everyone. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I don't think anyone's on. Let me double check. Yep, no one's on. So, yeah, just me today. We're a little bit late today, I know. Usually stream at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, but, well, I thought it was a stream later today, but, well, there's a lot of shit going on in the house, so we have to talk about that. I don't think we can really wait for. Now, before we get into it, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and, of course, join the channel today. These are all great ways to support the daily content, but if you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to support the channel even further, best way is sending super chats via the chat. Again, I read through as much chat as possible, but usually super chat's the best way your questions answered. And like usual, we do have a goal. Again, I don't know why YouTube did this, but you can set like a super chat goal. I set it to 20, so 20 super chats of, I don't know how that works, but yeah. Yeah, so again, the super chat thing, I don't know how the goal thing works, but yeah, support the stream. Send super chats and stuff. Alright, so, there's a lot to get to. Oh my gosh, look at this headline here. House Ethics Committee to release report on its Matt Gaetz investigation. Yeah, so, remember when we thought that, oh, this investigation was being thrown under the rug? Well, it turns out it's not. In fact, the House Ethics Committee is actually gonna release a report, which I thought they struck it down already. What happens if we hit the goal? I just said the stream will go longer or something. I don't know. It'll go like a half an hour longer. Who knows? But yeah, so. Yeah, apparently the House Ethics Committee, they're gonna release the report on Matt Gaetz. For whatever reason. I thought they voted this down. Chat, did they vote this down already? I thought they did. But apparently, well, they brought it back. The House Ethics Committee has voted to publicly release a report detailing its findings of an investigation into former Congressman Matt Gaetz. Two sources familiar with the matter told NBC News. A reversal from last month when the panel deadlocked on whether to publish the report. So by some miracle, in the span of 1 month, we went from, we cannot release the report because Matt Gaetz is out of Congress, to, well, actually, we will release the report now. What? What? Wait, what? I thought the whole thing was they would not release it when Matt Gaetz dropped out, but I guess not. I guess they said, you know what, screw it, we're gonna release the report anyways, which I thought they couldn't. Chat. I thought they voted against this, which that's what it says here. They struck, yeah. It says it was in a deadlock. Let me pull this up. Panel deadlocked. Yeah, right here. Yeah, the headline here. Democrats try to force a vote to release the Matt Gaetz report as House Ethics Panel has no agreement. Yeah, so November 20th. Just a couple weeks ago. What? So they magically changed their minds. What changed? What changed from a month ago to today? What? Did I miss something? Did I miss something here? Matt Gaetz responsible for the disaster. I wouldn't say that, but this doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you have to gain here? By releasing the report now, what? He's not in the House anymore. He's not going to be the Attorney General. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Because it just doesn't make much sense. Like, is he gonna run again? Is that what they think, that, oh, he's gonna run for, like, the House again, and then they're gonna release it now to stop him from running again? This doesn't make any sense, chat. I don't know. Don't know what's happening here, but very suspicious. Very, very, very suspicious. Let's see. More censorship coming? What? Matt Gaetz is responsible for the disaster. Well, I disagree with that. Throwing out McCarthy was insane. Well, listen, McCarthy was shit. I don't care what you say. Kevin McCarthy was utterly worthless. He did nothing for years. He did nothing. Did he do a single thing? In actually, what was it, 5 months? Or it was like 8 months or whatever. He did nothing. In 8 months, he did nothing as Speaker of the House. In fact, every single time Democrats wanted something, we gave it to him. We gave Democrats whatever they wanted. They wanted a garbage resolution passed, we passed it without any questions. We got nothing in return for any of this. So Kevin McCarthy, he sucked. He was worthless as Speaker. He deserved to be thrown out. But at the same time, I can understand that, hey, with how Mike Johnson has been, is there really an upgrade? I don't know. But to be fair to Johnson, I mean, he has like a 3-seat majority, and it's a very divided majority. It is not just one of those things where, oh, they have a 20-seat majority in the House. They don't. So, is it really Johnson's fault? I don't know. Really don't know. We looked at clowns. Well, listen, again, the way we did it, I guess you could say maybe was handled a little bit better. If we found a replacement right away, I guess. But that's more so we have incompetent Republicans like, just Republicans in general. We had them voting against everyone that, if it wasn't Don Bacon, they were voting against everyone. They wanted like a Don Bacon type for whatever reason. But, yeah, it's a mess. It's a mess. The CR is worse than McCarthy's CR. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit, but this ethics report's bullshit. I mean, this is just stupid. I mean, Johnson even said that he doesn't want it released, but I guess they don't care. A Joshua 450 for 2. You should do a ranking of Trump's cabinet like Red Eagle Politics. I might, but I don't know. Like, I don't know every person, like, as well as I probably should. Like, I know RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Pete Hegseth, like the big names I know, but you get to some of the lesser known people, I don't know. It's a bit tricky. Look what the voters thought. 2-seat majority. Well, that was because Republicans sucked. That's what it comes down to. Republicans are just garbage. People vote for Trump, and like some Republicans like Vance, but voters just hate Republicans in general. That's the truth in it. They just do not like the Republican Party, and they're not going to vote for you just because you have an R next to their name. That's the fact in it. Like, you're not going to vote for you. They hate you. They think that the Republican Party sucks, and they need to go away. Sorry, but it's true. President Gilbert giddy up for 5. With Trump in office, I think House GOP gets their act together or face primary challenges. Well, that's the one thing, like, that might save us, is the fact that with Trump in office now, he's going to keep everyone in line. At least he should. Because it would be political suicide to go against Trump. Like, outside of Don Bacon and, like, maybe Michael Lawler, every single Republican in the House is in a Trump seat. Every single one of them. And even the Democrats, a lot of them are in Trump seats. So he could keep a lot of them in line. Cole Langdon for 2. I thought to DeRaymer, I think she's based. The thing with DeRaymer is, you know, she's not bad, but I don't know. That pick is more so they want to appease the Teamsters union. That's what it comes down to. They want to be friendly with Teamsters, so they picked DeRaymer for that reason. And I know people threw a hissy fit about it, but I think it makes sense. If Teamsters wants DeRaymer, yeah, sure, let's pick her. Like, is she the best? Maybe not, but is she better than other Republicans? I would say yeah. Since Trump is now the official leader now, he needs to be more influential in the midterms and party leadership. Otherwise, after Trump is gone, it's going to revert back to the Bush-Cheney GOP. Well, I don't think it will. I think at this point it is Trump's party. And with J.D. Vance being the successor, he's going to keep the party in line as well. So, you got, like, at least, I would say, like, probably 10 to 12 years of, like, halfway decent control with Republicans. But after that, it might be a bit of a concern. Like, what do you do after Vance? And I know that's 12 years from now. A bunch of people could rise from, like, at that point. Like, a bunch of no-names, they could be the next GOP nominee, for example. But, I don't know. It's one of those things where we shall see. We shall see. I won't be surprised if Markwayne Mullin votes against DeRaymer then. Oh, yeah. Markwayne Mullin will vote against her. Because the whole Teamsters thing's dumb, but he probably will. Who replaces Trump if Vance doesn't choose to run? Why would he not run? Even Mitt Romney said that, yeah, if J.D. Vance is the nominee for 2028. So, I mean, if Mitt Romney is saying that, like, I know it's not everything, but more than likely, he's given the nominee in 2028. Could it change? I guess, but highly doubt it. Highly, highly, highly doubt it. I think once there's a large number of MAGA representatives in office, a few of the GOP would improve. If the GOP don't get their act together, they aren't gonna have majorities, because as it stands right now, GOP doesn't have a POS look to voters. Oh yeah, that's true. Like, yeah, Republicans, they gotta get their image improved. They have to. And we were talking about this yesterday, like, how? How do you improve the GOP's image? The best way is probably get rid of all the Cheney types, which you already are. They're all jumping ship and becoming Democrats, which I still don't get why Democrats are openly celebrating getting, like, Liz Cheney and Mitt Romney in their party. But sure, go ahead. Thank you. If Vance doesn't run, probably DeSantis. I would say, yeah, probably DeSantis, but I don't know. I just don't see how Vance will not run. I just don't see how that happens. I guess it could, but it just seems very, like, it doesn't make any sense. How long do you think that Gorka will last before he throws a hissy fit and gets fired again? That Tucker rant he went on earlier in the year was ridiculous. I think he's going to last like 5 minutes. And then he's going to say something dumb and get thrown out. I guarantee one Republican doesn't certify the election because of January 6th. Who would that be, though? Because those Republicans are gone. Outside of, like, the guy from Washington, who else is, like, maybe Valadeo? But at this point, he's in a Trump seat. Both of them are. Who would vote against Trump certification? Like, Liz Cheney is gone. Same through the Adam Kinzinger. Those idiots are gone. And yeah, you got some bad ones like Don Bacon. But, I don't know. No faithless electors. Yeah, that sucked. I wanted some faithless electors this year, but we got nothing. We got nothing this year. That's lame. I wanted, like, a bunch of faithless electors voting for, like, Bernie Sanders or, like, I don't know, like Cornel West or something. But no. We can't have nice things. I'm worried Vance will pick a dumb successor that isn't MAGA enough, which is okay. That might be a fair concern. He might pick someone like Youngkin, but Youngkin ain't bad. A glitch Evie for 2. Imagine the cursed Romney 2036 campaign. He's not running again. I don't see him running for anything. I mean, how old is Romney? I thought he's like 70. Let me check. Mitt Romney. How old is this guy? Yeah, he's 77. I mean, I guess he could run for something. I don't know for what, but I don't think it's me for president. I highly doubt it. Like, why would he want to run? He knows a party. He even admitted on CNN that this is Trump's party. He is like 10 years late, but he finally realized, oh, wait. This is Trump's party now. And the voters do not want me. They want Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. I would say like an 80% chance Vance gets the nomination. It's like 90%. So the reason I say 90 and not 100% is I guess it's possible that there is a scandal that kills Vance, but I don't think so. I don't think so. He may not be alive by 2036. Yeah, he'd be like 89 at that point. So I doubt that he runs again. Romney should carpet bag to Massachusetts where he belongs. Yeah, he should. Or back to Michigan. Remember that? Oh, yeah. I love the fact that he went from being from someone from Massachusetts to being from Michigan to being from Utah. This guy's a complete hack. Wherever it's politically relevant, that's his new state. It was Michigan, then it was Massachusetts, back to Michigan, then Utah because Mormons. So, yeah, that's Mitt Romney. That's Mitt Romney. Hey, Rap, what are the chances that neocons start to take over the Democrat Party? They already are. You got the Liz Cheney types taking over. I wouldn't say taking over, but, like, they're gaining significant influence for whatever reason. whatever reason. I just hope Vance doesn't pick Vivek as his VP and the ultimate successor, because although he's correct on some issues, on other social issues, he's very flaky. Well, Vivek is not, I doubt he'd be the VP. I guess he could be on the short list, maybe. But, I don't know. That seems kind of unlikely. I find it very unlikely to see Vivek being the VP. I could see him being, maybe after Musk, like, probably leaves Doge in a couple years, he might take over fully Doge, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, though. Alright. Let's see. Do you think it's possible the future Hispanics in California are more right-wing than whites in California? They already are, I thought. Or they're close to. I mean, it's entirely possible that happens. It just... For whatever reason, the white vote in California is just so liberal. American Art for 5. Rap, are they trying to release a Gates report to make sure he doesn't run for office again like Florida governor? Because it looks like it to me. Yeah, that's my guess. That he doesn't, they don't want to run for governor. So it's like, here you go. We're going to drop the support right now. We know we made a deal with you, but go F yourself. That's what it looks like to me. That's what it looks like to me. Rap, who do you think is the most likely to get the Democrat nominee in 2028? I think it's gonna be Harris if she runs. I personally think it's Harris. Harris and Newsom. I just don't think Shapiro could get the votes. If they were smart, they would pick Shapiro, but I don't see a pathway for him. Oh, hello. Hold up. Ye actually joined the Discord. There we go. Hello, good sir. Hold up.
Joined the Discord.
Welcome, good sir. We were just talking a little bit about the, it's just me actually today, but yeah, we're talking a little about the ethics report that's about to be dropped for.
Oh, the funny, yeah.
I thought they said they weren't gonna drop this.
Politicians lying about something?
Wow.
They would never. They would never. I don't know. I think maybe the news reports are lying.
Maybe, but I think it comes down to they don't want to run it for anything again. That's what it comes down to. So
yeah, they're trying to kill his career right here.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, like, speaking of this ethics report, I love when the ethics committee is ran by, like, the most corrupt people in the House.
Surely not.
It's like Michael Guest, I think. That's the chairman. He's like one of the most corrupt Republicans.
House ethics.
Yeah. For those that don't know, the ethics committee is a joke. And this is why I've always been like, anything they say, take with a grain of salt. Because they're ran by the most corrupt people in the House. Alright.
They would never.
A glitch EV for 2 with vote the ghost of Carter Biden's corpse 2040. That's real. That is real. Let's see. Congrats to Byron Donalds being the next governor of Florida. Yeah, I think it's Donalds. He's gonna run. He's gonna win that primary.
Probably.
Surely.
Shout out to the people who were saying that DeSantis' wife would run.
Yeah, I mean, I heard about that, but was that ever real, or is that just bullshit?
No, she's not political. I don't know why she ever would.
Well, I think she wanted to be the first lady, but that's about it.
Yeah, she was encouraging him to run for president because, you know, she wanted to become first lady, but
yeah, that's about.
She was never gonna run for governor, honestly.
But that was always just a cope to me. It's like that's basically them wanting another term at DeSantis, which I could see that, but just change the law. Could you just change the law in Florida to get rid of the term limits?
They would probably have to do an amendment for that, like a ballot referendum, and I don't know if DeSantis wants to be reputed by his state in a referendum.
Oh yeah,
because it would have to get 60%. It would have to get 60%.
Yeah, that's fair. And I don't think Democrats would vote for that.
No, Democrats would, because it would become a referendum on a third DeSantis term, basically. And he's popular, but he's not that popular.
Yeah, he'll get like 58% or something, but I don't think it's 60.
Yeah, I would assume mid 50s, right? It would pass because he is pretty popular in the state. But it's 60%. I mean, pretty much nothing passes anymore unless it's like entirely nonpartisan, like I don't know, like the right to hunt, like they had recently.
Minimum wage, I think.
Minimum wage does, yeah. That's just because who's gonna vote against giving themselves more money?
Yeah, just like I always find it funny. It's like, yeah, people realize minimum wage is like not the best, but they're gonna vote for it anyways. I love.
Yeah, well, it's like okay. it's like people are always like, whether it's a good economic policy or not, they don't care because it's more money in their pocket, you know?
Yeah, it's money. But yeah, so the ethics committee, I don't know. But yeah,
money.
money. Yeah, so I think overall with the ethics committee, Gates' career is done. I always thought when he resigned, it was over, but I really thought they were not going to release this. But they must realize he might be running for something.
Well, they know he's running for governor.
Yeah. Which I've been saying that for years now, but anyways. Yeah, he's going to run for governor, but I don't think he does now. I mean,
it just depends on how bad the report
well,
really is.
The report's not, like, I know what's in the report. It's not as bad as they're pushing it to be, but it's a lot of bullshit allegations, like usual, but
I'd say it's just probably just allegations, but
it's the same thing we heard like 5 years ago. So it's like, it's nothing new. It's just like they rehashed it and they slightly tweaked it. But it's like, if it's from the ethics committee, don't believe it. Just don't. Don't ever believe the ethics committee for anything.
I transheart the ethics committee.
I thought Gates was going to OAN. Yeah, he was going to go OAN, but first of all, why? Like, you would have thought he would have got like a bigger job than that. Like, who watched that network? Who?
Everyone watches OAN. I watch it every day. I pray to OAN.
I watched like once.
I don't watch television at all, so this doesn't like I'm pretty sure it's television.
Yeah, it's like a network. It's like Newsmax or whatever, but like less pop relevant. I don't know.
Somehow less relevant than Newsmax? How do you manage that?
Well, because like Newsmax, at least, like they're trying to be like the new Fox after 2020, but like they fell apart because they said some very interesting things.
Did they say the funny?
Yeah. Marilyn Degatti for 5. I'm worried about the omnibus bill that will pass with mandatory vac. I'm not going to read the rest of that. Do you think that Trump will stop this when he gets in office? Is there any kind of hope? Yeah, so the new CR bill's garbage. We'll get to that in a moment. Apparently,
surely not.
It's pretty shit. But hold on, we're getting breaking news from Florida. I guess, what? What the hell is DeSantis doing?
What the hell is DeSantis doing?
He's like crack. Who knows? We can get this
crack.
Let's see. Apparently, yeah, Ron DeSantis is considering picking Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody to replace Rubio.
Oh yeah, for Senate. Yeah, she was always going to be a pretty top contender.
So, but that's Trump's Attorney General pick.
No.
Yeah.
His Attorney General pick is Pam Bondi, the former Attorney General.
Oh yeah, duh. I'm dumb.
Wow. Anyways,
everyone
point and laugh at real American politics for not knowing which Attorney General from Florida he's making his senator.
But even then, it's like Ashley Moody sucks. She's not that good. Like, is she better than some? Yeah, but that's not really saying much. But I really thought if DeSantis was smart, just pick a placeholder and then just run for Senate 2 years later. That's it. I don't get this like philosophy he's doing. Is he gonna run again? I'm sure I get that feeling he's gonna run again.
Maybe, I don't know.
But he would get killed against Vance. So.
Oh, for president? No, yeah. I really don't think so. I think he kind of knows that. You know, I mean, it's kind of over for him. Because it's obviously it's going to be Vance. Vance is going to be the nominee. A Republican, not even a Republican, a sitting vice president who has run for the nomination has not been denied it in like 100 years. We went over this on another stream.
Yeah, I know, but it's one of those things where, like, he wants to be president, but like, I don't know if he's that well after what happened in 2023. I guess nothing's off the table, but I don't know. Surely his people have gotten better. Surely he doesn't have the same people around him. He has the same people around him, doesn't he?
I would expect nothing less.
Also, another thing. Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw, your favorite, blames Trump supporters for GOP senators and representatives no longer supporting Ukraine. Crenshaw said senators and representatives are scared of the attack from Trump supporters. Yeah, no shit! Wow, people are sick of the war in Ukraine? Holy shit, this is a freaking revelation.
Having to explain to people that there are two sides of like the anti-Ukraine situation, right? There are people who are legitimately just pro-Russia and they're not any significant portion of either the Republican Party or like any politicians or anything.
Funny enough, they might be a larger share of the Democrat Party.
I was gonna say they're more common among like progressives who still see Russia as like a Soviet or like socialist country. That's much more common among like Green Party individuals than anything else. But going back to what I was saying earlier, what was I saying earlier?
The
I'm
thing.
having a Joe Biden moment. Please help.
You were talking about the like
Oh
two
yes,
different
yeah,
sides of like
Ukrainian.
support of Ukraine.
Yeah, yeah. The the normal like cut funding to Ukraine side is just, hey, this war has to end. We've been spending too much money. We don't know where this money is going. Like I think some of the thing, like obviously, I'm like nobody's going to be upset that we're using taxpayer dollars to create weapons in America and then sending them to Ukraine. I'm not against that, but our stockpiles are dangerously low. We've spent it's over $100 billion now, isn't it?
I thought it's more than that. And that's what they're saying, but I
Yeah,
thought it was like 200 billion. I thought
we're sending absurd amounts of money to this country, and they're still dying. Right, the Ukraine's demographics are gone. Right, their young male population is decimated. They're now conscripting 40-year-olds to fight.
Well, that's actually a good sign though for democracy. I was told though that's a good sign actually.
This is a good sign for our democracy. So yeah, no, this war has to end if for no other reason than like there's no out. Like there's no way for Ukraine to come back from this because they're not making any substantial gains. And at this point, they're better off just giving Russia some of the war-torn territory that they've decimated.
Yeah, just give them the Donbass, be done with it.
I was gonna say, give them Crimea, give them the Donbass, if even that. And like, I'm pretty sure Trump's advisors have already said Crimea is done. Like that's a no-go. You're never getting that back.
Like you're never gonna get that back.
No, you were never getting it back.
Because even though like the very suspicious referendum that happened, it still got like 90%. It's like, which I know it's under Russia's control, but like, I highly doubt that it impacted results that much.
Well, the thing with Crimea, and I'm not going to go full Russia did what it had to do kind of thing because I still don't think you should be doing this. But at the end of the day, the Crimea is overwhelmingly ethnically Russian, overwhelmingly speaks Russian. It is, for all intents and purposes, a Russian area. Now, it still is rightful Ukrainian territory, and I normally would not say anything like that, but that's just the truth on the matter.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think the referendum would have passed anyways. I'm not gonna lie.
It passed. I don't care if people say it passed.
I think the referendum did pass.
Now to get 98% of the vote, I doubt
no. I think it would have been pretty close. But no, that referendum would have passed just straight up, and that's not even like that's not me being a Russian shill. That's just it's just the history because obviously like the entirety of Ukraine was Russian territory until like what 30 years ago.
Yeah,
it's a relatively new country.
All right,
and these people probably do have because there's this thing where like the members of the Eastern Bloc, people who lived through it, even though it was, a shithole by all metrics of like, human corruption and like freedom, it was objectively more stable and more prosperous than some parts of Eastern Europe today. And I would not be surprised if the Crimea wanted to go back to that just from how old their population is.
You're not wrong. Eastern Europe, like, what's the most stable countries in Eastern Europe? Like, Poland, and then like...
Poland is only through the help of America primarily.
Yeah, so it's like Poland and like Hungary, I guess.
Yeah, Hungary. Hungary's yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then like Belarus is a joke. I mean, that's just Russia at that point. Belarus is just Russia. Romania is a freaking clown show. I mean, they're throwing out results because the wrong person won.
Guys, democracy is never we literally take the election because the wrong people won.
Yeah. Cherokee Bear for 3. Crenshaw's secretly a never Trumper. Wow, I didn't know that.
Surely not.
No, he's actually the most pro-Trump guy ever. He loves Trump. Surely.
Yeah. Well, that is a good point. Going back to the 2024 thing, who is Vance's opponent going to be? Is it going to be Kamala Harris again?
I think she's gonna run again. I think her people are so delusional. They're gonna buy into it. I mean, they already are, I think. But
I was gonna say she seems to already be making the steps towards it. Like she keeps saying, "This isn't the last you've heard of me. I'm gonna come back." It's just a matter of whether it's governor of California or president of the United. I don't know if she's gonna try to send it again.
Yeah, somebody actually pulled the let me pull the results up, because the thing with Harris is like, if she doesn't run for governor, she's running for president. That's my take. If she doesn't announce in like the next year, she's running for president. Because
Perhaps.
I mean, her people, they know this is it for her. Like, this is the peak of her name recognition, and funny enough, probably her peak of her popularity. I know her popularity is like in the shitter, but like, she's not going to be this is the most popular she's ever been, technically. So, 2028's her last chance. Because after that, who's going to want to vote for Harris? What's the point?
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't a point, honestly.
Yeah, so after 2028, I mean, I think it's over with Harris, but
I think it's already over. I mean, the fact is, she lost to Donald Trump. She lost the popular vote to Donald Trump. You can't even blame the Green Party because they did not take enough. First of all, they didn't even take enough votes in any swing state, in any of the tipping point states. Even if you give all of the Green vote to Harris in every tipping point state, she still loses. And two, the polls come out and show that if you tell them they have to choose either Trump or Harris, they hate Harris so much they still choose Trump anyways.
Imagine saying that 5 years ago. Like, yeah, the Green Party voters, they're going to actually vote like 80% Republican.
Yeah, no, the Green Party voters, because if nothing else, I know that like the actual reason is they're just saying we hate Harris so much we'd rather vote for the Republican because but whatever. But at the end of the day, the Green Party is very dovish. They're very anti-war, and if nothing else about Trump, leftists did like that he did not start any new wars during his presidency. Yeah. That's just an objective fact.
So that's a big thing. Like, he didn't start any wars, and it's like, yeah, that's popular with like the progressive left, the actual progressive left, not the frickin' the clowns are like, oh, we're progressives, but we want to like bomb like Ukraine or Russia endlessly. So, but yeah, I think Harris, like, she's not gonna win, obviously. Like, the only way I could see her winning 2028 is like if she's going against like an absolutely dog shit candidate, like a Chris Christie type, then maybe she could win. But it's gonna be Vance. I just don't see how anyone beats Vance.
It's gonna be Vance, and honestly, Vance is smart enough. He's actually doing. I've watched like the podcast. I think he's going to do really, really well with the youth vote.
Yeah,
like just straight up. I'm sorry. He's probably going to win the youth vote outright.
That's the thing with Vance. Like, and also, he has a broader appeal than Trump. That's my take. I actually think he has a broader appeal than Trump.
He has. I don't know if he has the Hispanic appeal that Trump has.
That's tricky.
But his working class appeal is gonna make Trump look like McCain by comparison, honestly.
Yeah. And even then, like, with Hispanic trends anyways, like, he may not do much better than Trump with Hispanics, but he might just do the same. Like, Trump got, like, what, 41% with them? Or whatever?
It depends on what you look at. I think he got anywhere from 40 to 44.
Yeah. So I'll probably be in the same range. Like, it's not like Vance is gonna collapse with Hispanics or something. It's just like, I don't see him doing much better with them, though. Right.
I don't think well, it depends, because they are very working class. The only demographic I do worry about, and although I've talked to people about this and they tell me it's not really a problem, is I wonder if the like anti-communist Cubans and Vietnamese are going to see him as a socialist or not because of his economics. But from what I've talked to people about, they do say that he's probably still to the right of most Vietnamese on economics, anyways.
Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, with like the only way they would vote against like a Republican is if it's like a Hinkle type, like just openly communist, you know?
That's MAGA communist?
Yeah, a MAGA communist. But that's not gonna happen. And that's not what Vance is anyways.
No. Vance is just more of a working class Republican. As long as he doesn't like, yeah, I think he's good to go on that. That would be my only concern with him compared to the Trump coalition is Cubans, Venezuelans,
Vietnamese.
And Vietnamese, yeah.
But even then, like, if he does slightly worse, though, I don't think it really changes much, though.
No, because I mean, you really only have to worry about when it comes to those voting blocks. They're really only important for 3 elections: down ballot California races in SoCal, like Fort Bend, Texas, like parts of Dallas and Houston, and weirdly enough, Nevada.
Really?
Or is it Nevada?
Nevada.
It is Nevada, right?
Yeah, so, like, really, Nevada?
Yeah, it's one of the higher percentages in the country.
I guess, yeah, Nevada, yeah, I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, it's 11%.
Yes, I mean that's
It's more Asian than New York, and it's more Asian.
What?
It's more Asian than New York, New Jersey, Virginia. It's twice as Asian as Texas. It's almost as
How?
Asian as Washington.
How?
The only states with a higher Asian population than Nevada is California, Washington, and Hawaii.
That makes like that's just so random. Like you would have thought like New York would have had Nevada, but surely I
No,
guess.
they're well because that's the thing. They're a lot of because a lot of Vegas is working class, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
a very working class blue collar city. A lot of them are in the entertainment industry. There isn't like a huge appeal to getting a college degree and then going into Vegas, right? I mean, you're either in service, entertainment, or something like that.
Yeah.
And that appeals to a lot of working class Asians, and so they're in Vegas, they're in Reno, because like neighboring California is very similar. A lot of working class Asians, especially in Los Angeles and Orange County. So yeah, that doesn't really surprise me. I don't know if they really vote in Nevada because I don't think we ever really talk about them as a voting bloc.
Well,
But like I said,
probably
they do it. They are prevalent in the state.
When I think of Nevada, I think of a drunk old white guy gambling. Yeah, but then you have like the Hispanic like actually working. You actually got the person actually working.
I was gonna say the people visiting Vegas are old white people. The people working Vegas are
Hispanics.
Hispanics, Asians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like unironically, that's what it is in Nevada. And
Yeah,
like
it's a very working class state, which it explains a lot of how good because Trump got the highest percentage of the vote as for Republicans since 2000, I believe.
yeah. I mean, yeah, he had a majority of the vote in Nevada, which I was thinking it was gonna swing right, but not by that much. I felt like Trump was gonna win by like a point, not by 3.
I was gonna say it's very rare for winning a majority. Biden did it by 0.06. He got 50.06%. Really, Obama was the only one to consistently do it for a while.
Yeah, but that's Obama. That's a different like animal. So.
Oh, I stand corrected. Trump got the highest percentage of the vote for a Republican in Nevada since 1988.
Holy shit! What? I thought Bush got a majority.
He did. He got 50. He got 50.47. Trump got 50.59.
So Trump actually got the highest share of the vote in Nevada. What the hell?
And the only reason I say that is because technically, Bush won Nevada by 4.5 points in 2000, but he only got 49.5% because the Green Party and like stuff like that took away from him. Yes. Plus, none of these candidates consistently gets like half a percentage to a percentage point, which makes it even harder for a narrow election for a Republican to get a majority of the vote in Nevada.
And I guarantee you, none of these candidates, they were anti incumbent, but like they're just like Trump.
Emergency stream, what the fuck?
Oh, hello. Well, real Texas, you're late. I made a mistake. All right, I'm sorry. Welcome to the stream, good sir.
Yeah, what's up? What do you mean it's failing? Oh, yeah.
Also, shout out to Trump for breaking the gerrymander in Nevada.
Yeah, we were talking about ethics report. We're talking a little bit about Nevada, which I did not like. I'm surprised that Trump did that good compared to other Republicans. I thought Bush did way better there, for some reason.
By percentage of the vote, by margin he did, but that's with the Green Party. But no,
and that doesn't count because who ran? Was it Nader?
Ralph Nader.
Yeah. So I mean that doesn't really count then.
No, it really doesn't because. Let's see results. None of these candidates got 1.3%, and he still got a majority of the vote.
And a chunk of the voters were Trump voters.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: the Green Party wasn't even on the ballot. It was Trump, Harris, Libertarian, and Independent American, which is a far right party.
Yeah. So I mean, Trump would have gotten way more of the vote. He probably would have won it by like 4-ish, probably.
4.5. It probably would have been 2,000 margins, except it doesn't have the Green Party.
Yeah, it's actually straight up Trump versus Harris.
Yeah, it's actually Trump versus Harris. It's not Bush versus Gore with a third party sap.
All right. Chat. Remember, guys, if you like the stream, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, join the channel. Share with your friends, all that good stuff. So super chats, best way your questions answered. Again, all support
Share
really
with your
appreciated.
friends.
Yeah, share with your friends. Share with your friends.
Sharing is communism.
But yeah, so all right. We do.
Okay, so I'm late. So I'm lost. So what happened here?
So Matt Gates is cooked.
Yeah, they. Well, I mean, he's not in the house anyways. So.
Yeah, but they're gonna report the reports being dropped anytime now. So.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of spin that. They said they were not going to release it, but now it's like, oh yeah, we realized now we have to release it because of democracy or some bullshit.
We can't let him run for governor, you know?
Yeah, we have to do this for democracy.
How many Republicans voted to release it?
Apparently it was all of them in the committee.
The entire committee.
It was unanimous. That's nice.
Yeah, that's Michael Guest.
Aren't there any like decent Republicans on that committee?
No, I think the only ones that's well, there's no good ones. I don't think. I could pull this up. Who's on the committee? But let's see the wonderful committee we have. All right, here are the names: Michael Guest, John Rutherford, Andrew Garbarino, Michelle Fishbach, David Joyce. Man, those are some wonderful names, aren't they?
I thought Joyce was pretty good, though.
Joyce probably the only good one, I guess.
Probably the only decent one, yeah.
Yeah, the rest though are just like,
FT garbage.
Yeah, these guys suck. These are the Republicans in this committee. And again, Michael Guest is one of the most corrupt pieces of crap in the House. I mean, the fact that that guy is the chairman is unbelievable. But yeah, these are the people that helped release the document. I guess Joyce might have not, but I don't know. It sounded like it was a majority for sure of them. Yeah, they Guest violate the Stock Act. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I feel like half of these people violate the Stock Act like every year, and nothing ever happens to them.
Yeah, Guest is awful. Rutherford is awful as well. The guy from New York is just terrible. I don't think real Americans in this shit show. Well, this is a shit show.
Real American shit show.
Well, it's a shit show that, like, they wait all this time. They said they're not going to drop it, but then, like, yeah, actually, we had a vision.
I had a vision. It came to me in a dream.
That's what happened. They had a vision, and they're like, yeah, Matt Gaetz is guilty because we said so. Matt Gaetz is very guilty.
He did a little bit of guilting.
Did Gaetz expose John Rutherford for violating the Stock Act? Yeah, which makes you really wonder, is that what happened?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, probably so.
Corruption in my political sphere? Nah. No.
Yeah. The fact that they're on the, like, I'm telling people, this is why the ethics committee is worthless. Because the people running are some of the most corrupt people in the House. Like, that's a chairman. Michael Guest is one of the most corrupt pieces of crap out there. But he's in charge of the ethics committee, which is supposed to deal with ethics? It's like, what? It's like saying you put the criminal in charge of the court. That's what you did here.
Well, you know.
Yes, these are politicians, so.
Me putting the politician in charge of that would actually make sense. Anyways. I don't know what those words mean.
I don't know either. Alright, why do all these woke people swindle their way into the government? Because, like, they run and be like a conservative and they don't, and you can't get rid of them. Because half the time...
I will, this is a good thing to talk about. So, this example of, like, obviously the Deep South is the most conservative part of the state. I think we can all agree on that. Conservative
part of the state? The South is the most conservative part of the state?
Excuse me, sorry.
How's it going? What I missed?
So the South is the most conservative part of the country. The reason our Republicans
part of the South.
Well, I can't make death threats live on
most
stream.
Conservative part of the state.
Hey Rap, have you considered never mind. Ye is speaking, listen and learn. I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Something about the South.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
The South is the most conservative part of the country. Shut up. But the main reason that like our Republicans suck is because these people were nominated in like 2010 or 2012 to oust like blue dog Democrats. So they had to be like, you know, like they couldn't be like too crazy or like too conservative. So they were pretty milquetoast Republicans just so we can get rid of them. The problem is they were meant to be placeholders while actual Republicans took over, but they just never were. So they were never actually replaced.
Yeah, they just kind of like blended in to like the pre-existing Republicans.
And now you
after
can't get
that.
rid of them.
And now you can't get rid of them because it's very
They're
hard to get rid of a.
cockroaches.
Yeah, it's very hard to get rid of a sitting congressman. Just
Also,
in
there's
general.
the South has always been hawkish. Like that's another thing. So these people are super
Sure.
hawkish, so they stay around. Like people forget during World War II, the South, the far right South, were like the people who most wanted to get involved. Well, the progressive Midwest were the people who opposed involvement.
I was gonna say because
yeah.
because like what happened was in like World War I and World War II, a lot of the North was very German. Not necessarily the Northeast, but a lot of the North was ethnically German. They still had ties to Germany, so they were very anti-war, just on that principle alone.
Yeah.
And the South, on the other hand, is it's Scots Irish, it's English, they don't have a problem with it. In fact, they're very pro-war with Germany. This idea that like, oh my God, the South is far right, you know, the inward, the other inward, not that one,
Bruh.
the other inward,
Just
Nuclear
stop.
word.
national, you know, the funny.
I think it's funny when libs call it like H-land because like it's probably the most pro-Israel part of the country.
It is.
Like,
I was gonna say the South is the most like it's the least anti-Semitic, and it was the part of the country that sent the most people to die fighting Germany in World War II. Like you cannot call these people National Socialists.
Like by far the most Zionist part of the country.
By far the most Zionist, by far the least anti-Semitic, by far the most, dare I say, anti-fascist part of the country.
Anti-fascist.
Because evangelicals.
Yeah, the original Antifa, if you will.
Yeah, for those that don't know, evangelicals, they're like the most pro-Israel group in America by far. Like, they are uber pro-Israel, so...
They trans-heart Israel.
the Jews in America.
Well, is there like a chunk of Jews that don't like Israel or something?
Yeah, evangelicals are more in favor of Israel than Jews.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, that's what that Jewish Voice for Peace is, or whatever it is. The Jews
it's
for
like,
Palestine.
It's like it's secular Jews, right? That are like well, it's not like they hate them, but like
some Orthodox Jews that are pro-Palestine.
yeah.
It's not a list.
American Nerd for 5. Canada's announced $1 billion in border security after Trump threatened tariffs via the Wall Street Journal and the Kelvin Coolidge Project. So you're telling me threats work?
Okay, yeah, having to explain to people for like the 50 billionth time that a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada was a threat and not a promise is so fucking annoying. No, Trump never had any intention of just putting a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada and being like, okay, yeah, bye-bye.
I think most of
Because-
the tariff promises are on like China or something.
No, yeah,
it's China.
It is national security, and it's fighting against an enemy known as China. No, Trump was never just going to throw a 25% tariff on our two biggest trading partners, because that is essentially that's the economic version of MAD. It would decimate both countries' economies, and that's why they immediately came to the table and pretty much gave Trump whatever the fuck he asked for.
Yeah,
there is no. I'm so tired of that shit. It's so annoying.
Well,
No,
these idiots, like, they really think that Trump's like this orange man bad. It's like he actually is gonna, give them a 50% tariff. It's like, yeah, from some stuff he might, like, he's gonna tariff the shit out of China and like India, but it's like he's not gonna freaking tariff Canada at 50% or whatever. That was a threat, and everyone knows Canada cannot afford that. They cannot afford that tariff at all. So that's why Trudeau's like begging, like, hey, Trump, please don't do that.
That's why we're making him our 51st state.
yeah,
Is Trump
he's
serious about that? I'm sorry to wonder.
No, he's just. I think he's throwing his power around, which I don't blame him. I would do that.
He's doing a little. He's doing a little trolling. It's called. He's doing a
I
little
just
trolling.
find it funny though. It's like,
a little trolling.
listen, we should like make Canada the 51st. Actually, not the state. Don't make it a state. Make it a territory. And then
I've always my
money.
opinion on Canadian statehood is this. I think it's not unreasonable to give them statehood. However, they need about 10 to 20 years of being a territory so that we can.
fix
Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
What?
Thomas Massey will not vote for Mike Johnson for Speaker.
Wow.
Here we go again.
I love
I think
Republicans.
Three
Yeah, it's
Republicans
funny. Like,
vote
what did he
against
get?
him.
A unanimous vote, and then you get the CR shit, and now he's gonna probably not be. Now he's probably gonna fail his bid again.
Yeah, so we ought to talk about this now. Well, yeah, for those that don't know, the CR bill that's bad.
We're in
That is-
CR season right now, so
That
Thomas
CR
Massey always
garbage.
gets stuff.
And I think, yep, it's official. Massey will not support him. And I think Vivek posted of the CR bill. Actually, I'll pull it up. Let's see. All right, so, yep. Congressman Massey will not vote for Johnson. Here we go again. Well, is it January 3rd? Right?
Something like that.
That's going to be a shit
Yeah.
show.
I
January
trust them might not
6th,
even be
you say?
speaking.
No, January 3rd,
yeah,
January 3rd is when they swear them in.
Yeah.
I highly doubt Massey will be the only person. I'm sure there's plenty
So,
more that will not
At
vote.
this point now, it's like, I'm curious, if they don't got a speaker by certification, what happens? Does anything happen?
Isn't it the Senate that mainly does the certification?
No, the
or-
House is also. They're a big part of it.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
I will say because Massey's voting against Johnson, that means Sparks is too, because she said she's going to be following his lead on all the votes pretty much.
Oh my gosh. So,
So we're
no.
already down to 218.
No.
So if Kip Roy wants to do something stupid, he probably will.
Chip Roy,
Because
probably
I'm
Marjorie
starting to
Taylor,
think the CR bill killed them, which we'll get to in a
And,
second. The CR
yeah.
bill's garbage.
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh no. Oh, not this shit again. Are we gonna have to hear frickin' what's the guy from Texas name? What's his name?
Al Green.
No! I don't want to hear that guy talk for 5 minutes.
The
again.
great honorable Hakeem Jeffries.
No, it's a freaking 18-minute long speech he gives every time. Lord Reiner for 5. Manifest Destiny isn't complete. Let us rebuild our empire. We'll let you have Canada. Fix your shit first, and we'll talk about it.
We will take Canada, but first, we need like 10 to 20 years of re-education. You people have terrible politics.
Yeah.
Also, breaking
Free
news.
content.
I actually
Paul
did the
goes-
math. If we were to just
Excuse me, I'm
expand the
speaking.
House to give Canada the same amount of like seats, Trump would have still won the election even with Canada.
All right. Paul Gosar also says he is not committing to voting for Johnson.
That's 3. It's oh no,
Oh.
it's over.
Gosar, yeah, it's probably gonna be way more than 3.
We're cooked, dude. We're so fucking
Okay,
cooked.
let me actually. Yep. Yep. It's official. Yep, that's confirmed.
I trans heart not having a speaker during Trump's presidency.
So
that's
let's-
really nice
let's-
of them.
So Vivek actually posted this, and let me share this with everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab Little Caesar's pizza.
Are you leaving? Or-
Yes.
All right. Well, adios, I guess.
May I please have a water?
All right.
So true. Very true.
All right. So, I posted the CR stuff by Vivek because this is pretty bad from what I've read. I wanted to read the full 1,500-page bill to speak with the key leaders before forming an opinion. Having done that, here's my view. It's full of excessive spending, special interest giveaways, and pork barrel politics. If Congress wants to get serious with government efficiency, they should vote no. Keeping the government open until March 14 will cost $380 billion by itself, but the true cost is on the CR is far greater due to new spending. Renewing the farm bill for an extra year, $130 billion. Disaster relief, $100 billion. Stimulus for farmers, $10 billion. The Francis Scott Key Bridge replacement, $8 billion. The proposal adds at least 65 cents new spending for every dollar of continued for spending.
I forgot about that bridge. The
Yeah.
Indians.
Still
The Indian
haven't.
ship
They still haven't started anything.
How long has that been? 5 months?
March of 24.
Almost a year, and there hasn't even been anything.
That feels like it happened yesterday. This year went so slow and so quick at the same time. It's weird. That feels like it happened yesterday for some reason.
Yeah, I thought that happened in September.
No, it was all the way back in March, dude.
The bill could have easily been under 20 pages. Instead, there are dozens of unrelated policy items crammed into 1,500 pages of this bill. There's no legitimate reason for them to be voted on in a package, as a package deal by a lame duck Congress. 72 pages worth of pandemic preparedness and response policy, renewal of the much criticized Global Engagement Center, a key player in the federal censorship state. Yeah, what's this about the Global Engagement Center? What is that? I heard people
It's the
talking.
Center for It's global engagement. You know, you got to get engaged in the global community.
From people say it's like a censorship thing.
Probably. I don't fucking know. Most likely.
Let's see. American Nerd for 5. Actually, I gotta read something real quick. Sorry, doing something real quick. Sorry about that. Okay. American Nerd for 5. We do annex Canada and say we just partition it, and we take all the conservative provinces while all the liberal ones get independence. Well, I heard a proposal just give Quebec independence or something. Just give them independence and be done with it. Which I would be fine with that, I think. I don't see the problem with giving Quebec independence. Honestly, what's the problem with that? If they want to be independent, let them. I don't want to deal with it.
Just give them to France or something. I don't know.
Just give them to France?
I guess. I don't know.
Leave Quebec out of annexation, the problem solved. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just let Quebec be free. If it wants to be independent, go ahead. Give Quebec the PR treatment. I don't know. I think Puerto Rico should just be independent anyways, but I don't know.
I think we should give it to England, you know.
I don't think we should.
Why?
I don't know.
House Democrats brace to bail out Johnson on stopgap spending package.
Of course. Okay, this might have killed the speakership.
I'm sure Starmer would like to have another separatist party in the UK Parliament. I'm sure he'd love that.
So
let's give him
That's
Puerto
fair
Rico.
enough. Yeah, wait a minute. Hold up. You might be cooking, Luke. You might be cooking, actually. Give them another separatist party.
Yeah, they have to deal with Clyde Crumry, the SNP, and the Irish party. Let's make them deal with the Puerto Rican nationalists.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll love that.
Give Quebec to
Also,
Haiti.
Pedro Sanchez in Spain would take it, though, because he allies with, like, the terrorists for, like, separatist parties. Like, there was this unbroken rule in Spanish politics that you weren't supposed to ally with these parties under any circumstance, but he really wanted to win re-election. So in order to stop the evil right, like, it's not even, like, far right, it's just center right. To stop the evil center right. He literally coalitioned with terrorists.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the Catalan terrorists, like, were in government, and they freed a bunch of them now.
Bruh.
Because he needed them to get into government. Yeah.
So there's a hold up. People were saying that yeah, it sounds like Johnson might be cooked. It sounds like a bunch of Republicans are fed up with this. Which reading parts
Give
of
it
this
up
is
for
bad.
day 15.
My gosh, don't know. Now the question is, who becomes speaker now?
I have a feeling, though, if anyone not named Massey and Farts vote, like, Trump's gonna call them, because they're almost certainly gonna be, like, a Trump Republican. So Trump's gonna, like, call them and be like, you're voting for Johnson.
Well, I think
like,
Gorsar, yeah, he would vote for that, I think. If he makes a deal with Trump. Because Gorsar's a good guy, but, like, this bill's garbage.
Lord Ryan cares? It's one bill. It's the Speaker of a House during a Democratic.
I know, but like the problem is like we have the leverage. We're a month away from getting out of this mess, and you decide to force it through now.
Well, this isn't something to kill the speaker over. Like, you're not gonna get
I'm not saying we should get rid of Johnson, but I'm just saying like this is a dumb deal.
Like Paul Gosar speaker in a 3-seat
Johnson's been doing this the
majority.
entire time though. That's my problem. That's my argument. That he's been doing this for too long. He's been garbage. I'm not saying I support this, but I understand it.
He's not been that bad. He's not been in the best situation.
All right. Lord Rhino for 5. We don't want Quebec. Let the French deal with it. Just let Quebec be independent. If they want it, go ahead. I don't care. Hot take. Leave speakership empty until January 3rd and take the time until then to decide a new one so we don't have a shit show. That's not going to happen. Republicans are not smart enough to do that.
All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and post the meme.
What?
The cabbage.
The what?
The cabbage. Or the lettuce. Something. The lettuce. I don't know.
For what?
For Mike Johnson,
Oh,
you not
gosh.
you not get it?
I don't.
You not remember, the old Prime Minister of Britain, Liz Truss?
Liz
Oh
Truss.
my
Yeah.
god, bruh. That's what you think of Johnson?
Yeah, because I think he's fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
I think he's gonna get by again, but there's gonna be a bunch of deals.
I don't think so. I think he's cooked this time.
No, maybe the first round he'll fail, but then Trump is gonna basically yell at everyone.
I don't know. We'll see though. Give Trump the speakership. Honestly, at this point, you have to elect someone outside the House. I think. I think we're getting to that point now. Everyone hates each other.
Can we find a new EPA person and just give it to Zeldin? Like a new EPA?
Is there who's a respected former congressman we could think of? That's pretty decent.
Justin Amash. I'm kidding.
No, fuck that.
He was trying to in 2023. He was
Oh yeah, I
trying
remember
to
that.
He even just sat in Congress. George Santos. George Santos. The Dems will all vote for him because it makes the Republicans look stupid. Trust the plan.
Try not to get new speaker challenge if possible. Well, this is a weird thing I'm thinking about though. It's like, this is a weird thing where I don't think it would happen, but it's not going to happen, of course, but there is technically a chance where you could see a couple Democrats saving Johnson. Think about it.
Like, I don't know, probably
I was telling
Jared Golden.
Moskowitz might vote. Moskowitz might vote.
I could see, maybe Moskowitz, maybe Jared Golden, maybe Marie Perez.
Or they just vote present or something. Lower the
Yeah,
threshold.
I suppose they probably could. Yeah, because Jeffries would probably throw a massive temper tantrum.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine the House floor if they did that? It'd be like when
Yeah, so they probably would just vote president then.
Yeah, I could see that where it's like they vote because I think those three are gonna work with Trump. I think so. They might make a deal with him. So, which again, that's a positive of Trump winning so big. You have a bunch of Democrats and Republican seats, and they realize Trump is popular, so they have to stay in line. So, Dustin Connor for 2. All I know is the Alaska seat flipping was a godsend. Yeah, oh my gosh, can you imagine we didn't flip that seat?
Can you imagine if we didn't flip any of the Pennsylvania seats?
Oh my gosh, we would have a 1-seat majority. That would be a shit show.
Well, if we didn't flip either the Pennsylvania seats or the Alaska seats, we would have lost. We would have lost the House. I think Democrats would have had a 1-seat majority.
They would have. I mean, the fact that Trump did that good, and they shat the bed that much.
So back, we never left.
Huh?
I said
Yeah,
we're
talking about Mike Johnson.
Well, I left for a second. Okay,
Oh.
I remember what we're talking about. I just.
Do you though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about Mike Johnson.
Yeah, who's probably
Yeah.
cooked.
Yeah, he's
Can Mike Johnson outlast this lettuce?
No, he will not outlast the lettuce. I really like Mike Johnson though. I think he's been dealt very well. Rap, you're not gonna like the Speaker of the House unless Pat Buchanan,
That's bullshit,
95.
bro. I literally supported
kidding.
Johnson
I'm
early on, but he's just been bad.
I'm kidding, Rap. I'm not. I was kidding.
Johnson's just been shit. That's why I don't like him.
I know, but it was given to true. I know too. There's a bit of an ideological difference. So.
Remember Brandon Herrera? There's no way they would pick Herrera.
That would be funny. I would support that actually.
How would Hulk Hogan?
That was no. Brandon Herrera was the one Freedom Caucus primary challenger I supported this year because I like his YouTube videos. So
listen, I hope that we get Hulk Hogan in position of speaker.
I'm a real American.
Yeah, we.
Like I said, you should make that your speech.
I can't.
You should pray. You ask him. You should ask him if he gives you permission. To use it.
Listen, I want to see Hulk Hogan as speaker just for 5 minutes.
Run Matt Gaetz for speaker and see how many Republicans vote for Hakeem Jeffries.
I vote yes on this bill, brother.
Bro, you know what? How about that? Yeah, force the vote against for either Hakeem Jeffries or Matt Gaetz.
Yeah, if Matt Gaetz was the Republican nominee for speaker, there would probably be at least several dozen Republicans that would vote for Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I mean, that's just sad, but... Andy Biggs for speaker.
Because I don't know, Hugh
no.
Jeffries is like some bipartisan moderate or some shit.
Oh my,
The house hates him.
bro, I just wish that we could actually get a real majority. But no, we can't have nice things. We can't.
Yeah, also because Republicans are rhino until proven otherwise.
True. But like Trump has to know, he has to get these people in line, right? Surely.
We are so losing the house in
We are,
2026.
yeah, I think
guys.
we're after this, yeah, we're losing the house. Freaking dumbasses. I had hope.
In fact, it might even be fucking landslide at this point.
Redraw everything. Until we redraw everything.
I would go that far, real text, because you're gonna have redistricting in some states, and I think Trump is gonna be just popular enough where it's like it stops anything crazy from happening. But I don't know, these
We'll
dumbasses are
probably get like maybe just barely over 200 seats, but
I don't know. I think that's we'll see though.
It's hard to predict right now.
I cannot believe House Republicans are this
Nobody's
worthless.
getting over 225. Nobody's getting over 225 in the House ever again, most likely, unless there's like a huge wave.
Yeah. Why are the non-incumbents deemed rhinos? Because everyone's a rhino until proven guilty. So we're innocent.
Everyone's a rhino until proven MAGA.
Yeah. Jordan ran for speaker, but the lunatics still weren't happy. Well, it wasn't the lunatics. It was the freaking the Lawler types. So, do you think the future Republican Party will keep shifted until the end of the time, so there will always be rhinos? There's always be rhinos. That's Republican Party. It's not like Democrats, because Democrats, they're a groupthink.
They should make Van Orden speaker.
No, hell no. Doesn't Carter for
No,
two,
because then it would force him to actually be like decent.
sober.
Because like, yeah, it'd make him be sober because he actually has to work, or he'd just be like Dade Phelan national level.
Oh
Which would
my
be
gosh,
funny.
can you imagine? Oh, real text. Imagine Dade failing a speaker like when he was drunk.
I don't know. I'd probably vote for Hakeem Jeffries if it came to that point.
That's basically what Derek Van
Trump.
Orden.
Donald Trump is giving the State of the Union address.
Guys, listen. Every time I think of Derek Van Orden, I think of the time when like it was reported like he was yelling at those kids and like there's a bunch of like beer cans just laid around his office.
I think it's funny. Everyone hates him for it. If he was in a safe seat, I would find him fucking hilarious. The issue is he's in a swing seat.
Yeah, but yes. For those that don't know, he literally had like beer cans like piled up and like it looks like it wasn't thrown out for weeks or something. It's like
Oh, he's funny. I know people who know him, and he's a funny guy. Maybe not the best person to see.
Dusha Carter for 2. The Colorado seat flip was a shock. Sad about Maine 2nd, Washington 3rd. Yeah, those 2 wins are depressing. I think Theo Holt will be.
Yeah,
back.
what happened in Colorado? That was certainly interesting.
I think Golden and Perez probably have that seat for as long as they want.
Yeah.
Because you have Washington moving left and Golden's basically an institution.
Oh, that's crazy.
Control voting.
Vince Dow just added to his Snapchat story. That's crazy.
Wow. The only way Republicans will ever get a real majority again is if we completely rebrand the party. Well, again, like that's what I'm saying. Rebrand the party, make it something different. But we talked about that yesterday, so. Oh my gosh, I really want to see though. Like, if we don't get Johnson, who will be the next speaker? Who?
Tom Emmer or something. I don't know.
I don't see anyone getting the vote.
Give it to Tom Emmer.
Did Tom Emmer's like speakership thing last 5 minutes?
Honestly, I just like Mike Johnson because he's got the aura. He's got the aura of a speaker. I don't know.
All right.
His portrait goes hard. You can't deny his portrait goes hard though. Like,
fair enough. But the problem with like we're in such a shit situation. You got to find like a former congressman. But wait a minute, hold up. Oh no, I just realized we are screwed because remember Matt Gaetz' seat is vacant.
oh yeah, so Sparks is enough to kill it.
So yeah, we don't even need anyone else because no one gets a majority. Oh my gosh. So Matt Gaetz is gone, and then stuff. Oh my, this is gonna be a disaster. Holy shit.
We're cooked.
Mike Johnson is cooked.
What are we doing? What is this?
I mean, Mike Johnson kind of put himself in this situation.
I know, I told you. it's not just one bill. It's every single thing he's done. It's been bad after bad after bad.
What happens when you play nice?
Yeah.
Like I get he's trying to be a southern gentleman, but you know.
What we really need is Derek Van Orden. I'm kidding. But honestly, the only Republican I could see maybe uniting the House is like Lee Zeldin, maybe? Maybe?
By the way, speaking of Florida, I gotta go, but can y'all discuss Ashley Moody possibly being the
I
next
think
senator?
Moody.
All right, I gotta go. So yeah.
But I'm still listening, so I'll be back on in 1 minute.
All right. Chat, make sure to send super chats where questions, concerns, comments, or whatever. If your questions, send them. There's very real possibility we don't have a speaker until the second Florida special election. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's true.
There are no red states. There are only red rural areas.
We may not have a speaker till April 2nd. Or April, whatever it is. Because that's where the special is in Florida. And the one in New York. Oh no. Oh no.
No, realistically, there's just gonna end up being like after like 15 rounds, there'll be a confidence and supply agreement with people like Moskowitz and
Yeah.
Golden.
They'll get like a deal, but this freaking stinks. We need Liz Cheney as speaker. No. Not Liz Cheney. Imagine Speaker Bacon coalition. Hell no. But that's what I'm worried about. You get some coalition asshole like that. And now with like the decent Democrats, you do with like freaking Hakeem Jeffrey. Well, I don't think they will, but I don't know. Yeah, we got 2 House seats in Florida that have a special election. We have 1 in New York. So that's 3 already.
No, dude, it's going to be the Main Street caucus, and every Democrat not in the Progressive caucus is just going to do a coalition.
This is freaking dog shit. Listen, make a coalition with like the moderate Dems. But no, they're not going to do that.
Yeah, if they just made a coalition with the Blue Dogs, that'd be enough to prop up Johnson. I think we should make the coalitions more formal. Like, I think they should be like...
That's what Trump is doing right now. He is forming a coalition government, so...
I meant more so in Congress, as in like with like the Blue Dogs and the Main Street Republicans and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, Marilyn Degatti for 2. Do you think Trump will be certified? Yes, I think he will be certified. I don't see how he's not. Unless something absolutely bonkers happens. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't see it not happening. We'll see, though. I guess anything's possible. American Nerd for 5. Rap, is Ashley Moody any good? I honestly don't know much about her whatsoever. Like, would she help or hurt the Trump agenda? She's not the best, but I don't know. Is she the worst? No. Well, I'm not a fan of her, so. First January 6th, please.
No, Lib Jan 6 could happen, but it will be a lot quieter.
It'll be like dumber. It'll be more pathetic.
It'll be a bunch of women and pussy heads standing outside the Capitol.
My gosh. All the good congressmen went into Trump's cabinet. The rest are rhinos, as far as I'm concerned. I disagree with that. You get a lot of good ones still. But the problem is you got people now. Thomas Massie has like with Sparts. They have the House by the balls right now. That's a problem with giving a libertarian that much control. Because now, like, he can do whatever he wants. He can't do anything. Are you streaming the certification? Yes, we'll stream all that stuff. Lib January 6th will be much smaller. It will be. It will be. Or much smellier. Oh my gosh. Hulk Hogan
Is Kamala gonna cry when she's certified for loss?
Oh, I honestly hope she doesn't show up. She decides, nah, I'm not gonna show up.
I wanted to show up because I want to see her cry. Because that's what's gonna happen.
Possibly. Seeing how much Republicans in Congress have swapped with rhinos hating on Trump, the Republican Party needs a major realignment. Well, we are, but the problem is, you got such a small House majority, it makes it so difficult. like if we were at 223 or whatever, 224, we would be fine. We would be just fine, but having such a small majority is bad. Thomas Massey hates Trump. Yeah, I'm not saying trust Massey, because the thing with Massey is he's libertarian. You don't know what he's gonna do. Like, well, you know what he's gonna do, but like, it's usually not in a good manner. Like, he's too consistent. I can't believe I'm saying that. He is too consistent for his liking, for my liking. Imagine
It's
like
just too libertarian. I hate the Freedom Caucus because they're just all libertarians. That's the issue with them. They're not the new Republicans. Like, there's a huge difference between what Trump's doing and the Freedom Caucus. I think people mistakenly equate the two, and they're not. They should be equated.
other similarities. There's some
Freedom
congressmen that-
Caucus is the Tea Party. The Tea Party is a bygone era.
I
The
know. But,
new Trump thing is big tent populism, and that's not what the Tea Party is.
well, there's some
The
Republicans.
Tea Party is actually very close-minded on policy. Like they're like that. Like that is not the reason Trump succeeded. Was not those people.
Yeah.
Like there's other groups besides the Republican establishment and like ultra conservatives in the Freedom Caucus. Like those aren't the only two groups.
We should have at least 225 in the House. I agree. It should be 225 right now.
Well, yeah, especially given that. Also, Dem gerrymandering did play an effect.
Oh yeah,
unironically.
that hurt us. Like that killed us like 3 to 4 seats at a minimum. Like that's bare minimum. Like probably closer to 7, but we would be at like 223 or 224, which is still close, but it's at least you got some breathing room. You don't need every single person, but now it's like you do. You need every single Republican to vote yes or you're cooked. The fact that I cannot believe I'm saying this. I have more confidence in the Senate majority than I do the House. I meant to say that 5 years ago. I have more confidence in
I
John
would've said that.
Thune. Unbelievable. It sounds like John Thune's actually sounding kind of smart. I don't know if it's an act or not.
Well, he's hanging out with Trump. Like you didn't see McConnell doing that in 2016. You know.
So I'm wondering, was John Thune just like kind of faking it all along? Or does he just realize that, oh, I gotta be friends with Trump or I get cooked? I don't know.
The latter.
Yeah, I think he might have been better than we thought, but like he was stuck with McConnell for so long that he was kind of forced to be like that, but I don't know. He's surprising me. The fact that he was actually like willing to say, hey, we're gonna put the Senate into recess and let Trump have his appointments. The fact he was even suggesting that, which it's not gonna happen now, but hey, John Thune, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I think John Thune could be a good majority leader. Better than Johnson, but we'll see. Ewing Hill should have won. Massey Carpenter should have lost. Gerald Golden should have lost. And John Duarte should have won. Yeah, those were brutal. Barely lost them.
Yeah, Duarte, so much for the immigration moderate.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you underperformed mass deportations now in a Hispanic district by like 8 points.
Yeah.
Okay,
He did like 8. Yeah, I was like Trump won it by 8 or whatever, and he lost it by like a half a point.
Hispanics yearn for the mass deportations now.
Well, that's what you get for being the moderate. And like Rich Barris was right about it, but Mike Garcia too. How the hell was he right about Garcia?
Why was he anti-Garcia? What?
Garcia and Barris do not like each other.
Why?
It's a dumb story. Look it up. But point is, it's like Barris said like Garcia won in a fluke, and Garcia made like a dumbass comment, and they came back to bite him in the ass. But Dustin Carter for 2 with how well Trump did. What? Did Trump? What? With people vote Trump in Democrat Senate in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nevada. Oh, why? Because these are still Democrats. A chunk of them are. They're gonna vote Democrat down ballot. They like Trump, but they hate Republicans. But they like Trump, so.
Oh, I just realized something. Mike Garcia would be a good Speaker of the House.
Fine,
like
that's not gonna happen.
Why?
I like him, but I think he's just gonna retire from politics. He would be bad, I don't think, but I don't know.
Duarte. I'm kidding.
Oh, no. Imagine nominee confirm. Oh, hold up. Imagine if nominee confirmations were up in the House instead of the Senate. Oh my gosh. That would be terrible. Can you imagine that, Luke? We have to
No,
go
it
through
would
the
be
House.
like a month. It'd be like a month for each appointee.
It would be a year. If we get nothing done. American Nerd for 5. Who do you think should replace McConnell in 2026? People on X/Twitter want Massey. I think that having 2 libertarian senators for Kentucky is dumb. Massey is not. Listen, I like Massey, but I think some of the stuff he does is just not smart. I understand it's libertarian, but you gotta be smart with it. Like, Ron Paul was smart with his libertarian philosophy.
Probably real. It's gonna be Dan Cameron, even though he
Yeah.
lost. They're gonna reward him with it for some stupid reason.
Yeah, but it was against Bashir, so he has an excuse. He has an excuse.
Why did Dems? The funniest thing that was New York Times called him a rising star in the party. It's like, who has ever suggested that Dan Cameron's a rising star?
Well, no,
Do they just assume any black Republicans like rising stars?
Well, no,
That just
what
like
it was, Mitch McConnell's people were trying to prop him up, and it didn't happen. So.
Remember when DeSantis endorsed that lady just in the
Oh
primary?
yeah, I forgot about that. Did she take 3rd?
Yeah.
What a dumbass. I mean, unbelievable. Rap, thoughts of having a new party to counteract rhinos. That's just dumb. You're gonna split the vote. Don't do that. Just take over the Republican Party. Just give away this Kentucky seat. Guys, that was against Bashir. Relax. No, listen.
No, I wasn't suggesting he's gonna lose. He's definitely not gonna lose the Senate.
Yeah, he's gonna win. But it's just like, I understand, like, he lost. Like, should you reward him? But I don't know. If it gets rid of McConnell, just go ahead with it.
Was that race likely D or was it lean?
I thought it was lean. Again, I don't think it's Massey. Massey's good, but like, I just think the way he does it bullshit. It's not working. Because like, again, being a libertarian, you have to be smart. Like Ron Paul. Ron Paul was a genius with what he did. But problem is, I hate to say, Thomas Massey's not Ron Paul. There's only one Ron Paul, so. Yeah, other people like Justin Amash, they try to do the same crap and it like sucked. So. But yeah, Ron Paul was the perfect libertarian. Like an actual libertarian, not just a chaos agent, like Massey tries to be sometimes.
I do gotta get going, but it was nice being on.
All
Me
right.
as Mark Kirk and Arco Paleocon, I'm checking out.
Alright, see you, good sir. See you, Luke.
Yes.
Alright. So now it's just me again. Ron Paul's son's kind of dumb. No, Rand Paul's fine. Is he as good as his dad? No, but... thoughts of Herschel Walker being the ambassador to the Bahamas. I don't get why people made a big deal. It's like, okay, who cares? Herschel Walker's the ambassador to the Bahamas. Who cares? How is it a story? How is it like a life-altering story for anyone? Like, is it actually like a big thing for some people that he's the Bahamas ambassador? Cameron's already a statewide office holder. Yeah, he was a statewide office holder. I just think it was against Bashir. It's a good, you're going against a strong candidate. So I don't hold it against him. Ambassador's really spots that people honestly shouldn't give a fuck. But yeah, it's just people that you want to reward, like you're good friends with. Like, hey, Joe, do you want to be the ambassador to frickin' the Bahamas or Ukraine? Go ahead. Here you go. We need to do so much better at drawing districts in 2030. Well, yeah, like, the problem is, though, like, Republicans in Indiana and Missouri screwed us over. They had no backbone, and well, we could have had like 2 or 3 House seats in those states, and we didn't. But meanwhile, Illinois can draw that map and call it fair. Ambassador Joe Biden. I just said Joe, just a random name. Franklin Rose was elected twice statewide and got 60% of the primary, so your point is not valid. I don't get what the point is. Like, just because they were elected statewide office, it doesn't mean like they lose or they're bad. I don't see what the problem is. Joe Biden for ambassador to North Korea. Honestly, yeah. Make him ambassador to North Korea. I agree with that. John Douglas was in Republican primary. Who? Ambassador to Joe Biden. Yeah, you need an ambassador to Joe. Like, he's so out of it that... Yeah. Joe... What? Snoop Dogg for ambassador. We don't have an ambassador in North Korea. Yeah, obviously we don't. But it'd be funny, though. It's like, we just sent Joe over there as the ambassador. Joe Kent should have won. Well, yeah, but he didn't. So... American Nerd for 5. Given what he was accused of doing in his Senate campaign, Herschel Walker should have been appointed ambassador to Haiti. Oh, that's too soon. Too soon. Thanks for the super chat, though. Ambassador to Syria. Real. Given the Lions' injuries, could the Packers beat them in the playoffs? I'm going to cope and say yes. The problem is with the Packers, like, their defense, like, it's better than last year's by a country mile, but is it good enough to stop the Lions? I don't know. But I hope the Packers do beat them. I feel bad for Lions fans that this was their year, but too bad. That's football. Cameron will get Trump's endorsement. Oh, yeah, Trump would support him. Trump would support him. Man Melkford has been a member for 17 months. Reminder that if it weren't for Trump, we would be a pro-immigration globalist party that actively gatekeeps real right-wingers out to outleft the DNC. That's true. Like, that's what the Republican Party was trending towards. I remember, even right after 2020, there was this Republican group in quotation, their whole strategy to appealing to young voters. I think it was like Gen Z, like Republican Gen Z or something. I don't know. But it's like this organization ran by like Liz Cheney types. Their idea was we win the young vote by outflanking the Democrats to the left. That's what they push for. Well, that clearly is bullshit. Trump won possibly the most young voters any Republican has won in the last 30 years by being just himself, by supporting common sense, not by outflanking the left, Democrats to the left. Like, no, that's not what he did. That's not what he did whatsoever. All right. Ohio's willing to sell our Senate seat to the highest bidder. What? All right. If McConnell did pour half the Republican funds into 10-point Larry Hogan loss, so many more MAGA Republicans would have won the House and Senate. Well, I wouldn't say that many more, but Hovde would have won. Hovde and Nate, hold on, actually. Mike Rogers and Hovde probably would have won. Only millennials fall for that woke shit anyways. Yeah, kind of. Even that, the woke stuff's dead. Did you guys hear about the, what Pixar just announced? Like, I don't usually talk about, like, film or whatever, but this is kind of a big deal. Let me pull this up. So yeah, let me pull this up. Yeah, so Disney apparently they pulled a storyline from one of their Pixar series, and this is what they said: when it comes to animated content for a younger audience, we recognize that many parents would prefer to discuss certain subjects with their children on their own terms and timeline. Disney. Disney would have never said anything like this 3 years ago. They would have never said a damn thing about this. But now they are. In fact, they're actually changing their stories to get rid of this crap. And guess what? They're saying what everyone's been saying for years. Leave the kids alone. Like, we don't want kids learning about this stuff. Like, what's the point? Like, this seems like a small deal, but it's actually a big deal because these companies, they're realizing that the average person, they're against this crap. They are against the woke crap. So yeah, just leave the kids alone. This is stuff they should not be watching for a Pixar series. Really? Like, I cannot believe that this was a real thing, but it does seem like woke culture's dead, which is good. But we gotta keep up the pressure. Don't let these companies get away from, like, don't let them start pulling this crap again. It clearly is not popular, so keep pushing against it. Let's see. Pixar series. When did Pixar do TV? Well, I think it's Disney Plus or whatever. Disney realized they need to make cash. Well, that's the thing. Like, these companies are losing so much money because no one wants to see this crap. Like, when you think of Pixar, you don't think of this. You think of, good content. Good animated content, not this garbage. Now, will they come back to this down the line? Maybe. But if we apply the pressure, I mean, for crying out loud, this issue is like 85%, 85% of people are against this crap. So, I don't see how we lose the issue. Unless we fold. Which I don't think we will, but... There's still the big deal about the Hall of Presidents in Orlando for whatever reason. What? What happened? Disney's parental advisory notes. I agree. Every company should. If they want to include stuff like this, make it clear. If they're going to watch this, like, hey, there might be some subjects here that are a bit controversial. Hopefully this is the end of woke Star Wars. Nope. With Kathleen Kennedy there, nope. That's a problem, though. Like, it might be Pixar and the rest of Disney, like Marvel. They might be getting better. But with Kathleen Kennedy in charge of Lucasfilms, no, it's over. You gotta get rid of her. Which, for whatever reason, they haven't yet, but... I don't know. Hopefully this is the beginning of the end for the wokeness. I wouldn't go that far yet, but I think we're getting close. I really want to see, though, because the next year of movies and stuff, theoretically, like, we're getting to a point now where, like, these leftover projects, like, before COVID and stuff, they're done. Like, they're already done before, like, 2020, 2021. These projects now, they should be post-COVID. They should be post-2021. So, theoretically, we should be seeing, like, less and less woke stuff. Hopefully, but we'll see. We'll see. We need more Florida and North Carolina as we redistrict in 2030. I agree. Make every Republican state redistrict like Florida and North Carolina. Just be brutal. Just do what Democrats do. Democrats do that shit all the time. Where they have ridiculous don't even make it ridiculous. Just do what Florida did. It's a clean gerrymander. Disney's debating Disney's debating whether to take down the presidents because Trump won. It will put him front and center again. They're considering replacing it with the Muppets. Oh gosh. American Nerd for 5. Disney, we're gonna cut a woke storyline from this show. Also Disney, we're gonna still release a woke Snow White remake and see what happens. Well, the problem with they're screwed with that. They spent like how much money they spent on that movie? I wonder, like 300, 400 million. They need to make like $1 billion to break even. So that's why they can't they can't they can't can it. They spent so much money to break this. They gotta make $1 billion on it just to break even. So I don't know. But it's gonna flop. It's gonna be the biggest flop ever, I think. Because when you have an actress saying like the stuff she said about Trump supporters, you're done. That's dumb. It's already unpopular, but you say Trump supporters should yeah, I'm not gonna say it here. GTA 6 now with trans wheelchair black lesbians. Oh my gosh. The Snow White movie needs to be deleted for a tax write-off. That's what happened to the Batgirl movie. Yeah, but the Batgirl one was like not as, it was like 80 million or whatever, which is still a lot, but I thought the Snow White's like 400 million, I thought. So you can't really write it off. Star Wars is a good movie or to survive or it will die. Well, I think it's already dead. It sucks, but the only people that watch Star Wars now or give a shit about it really, they're just like leftists. The fan base are just like liberal millennials. Like yeah, someone said that in chat actually. Yeah, they're mostly liberal millennials. You're not wrong. And like the people that actually give a shit about it, they're gone because they got a slap in the face a bunch of times. All right. But yeah, I don't know. I'm glad to see that the people are finally pushing back against this for sure. Not just, oh, we're gonna push back. No, people are actually having enough, and Disney's actually saying it's over. We're done. We're deleting this crap. Rap, when will get redistricting wins in Alabama and Louisiana? That's the core process is slow. It's gonna be a while. Thoughts on reform surge in the UK election polls? I think reform's gonna be second. I think they already are. We'll see though. Star Wars needs to embrace the EU again. That's not gonna happen. I mean, didn't Kathleen Kennedy literally like she axed the entire EU, but didn't she literally say that that they had nothing to work with when they started working on the trilogy? I thought that's what she said, that they had nothing to work with. And like you had the EU, freaking God knows how many books you had, you just threw it out. All right, if anyone got any more super chats, any more questions, concerns, comments, or anything else, begin to send them now. Last calls for super chats, folks. Last calls for super chats. All right. Heard a lot about Doge and a government shutdown. Well, I don't think there'll be government shutdown as of now, but we'll see. Disney could have just adapted some of the EU books and they would have printed money. Yeah, that's all they had to do, just copy and paste it. Like, it would have been, like, it would have been lazy, but if you would have just copied and pasted all that, like the Thrawn trilogy, just copy paste the Thrawn trilogy and you make God knows how much money. Just for copying and pasting it. Alright, will you play, TCT on stream soon? I might. I still gotta play Halo. I don't know when, but one of these days, hopefully. You should check out the Disney Bind Insane Clown Posse drama. What? I'll look it up. Did you see that where Pat Ryan defended AOC and supported her nomination? Wait, what? Is there a franchise that gives a shit about their fans still? Honestly, I don't know. I can't think of a single franchise. Maybe, I guess, funny enough, it might. We gotta see what happens with James Gunn, the DC, but with DCU, but it might be James Gunn, the DCU. You know, with like Superman. We'll see though. Which again, we're getting the trailer tomorrow, so we'll see. That might be the only property because James Gunn actually gives a shit. Kevin Kelly announces he's voting against the CR. Yeah. Lord of the Rings does. No, it doesn't. No, freaking Amazon ruined it. Mission Impossible. I guess Mission Impossible. The Sonic movies at least care enough to change an ugly Sonic design. I always believed that was a marketing thing. They knew it was shitty on purpose. They knew it was shit, but they did it on purpose to skip marketing. Because they changed it, like, right away. It's like, yeah, they probably knew. They probably knew that they fucked up. So they had the actual model in the background. Yankees or Mets? Neither. I'm so glad we did not get a Subway Series. I'm so glad for the World Series. It wasn't Yankees Mets. I hate both. Alright, anyways, folks, I think we'll end the stream here. If you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. And actually, we got a quick chat here. Fallout 3 and New Vegas are 4. So, I have never finished any of the games, but of the ones I've played, I gotta finish them, but the ones I've played, I know people are gonna like, it's kind of a meme, but I like New Vegas. I think it's the best. I don't think it's 3 or 4, but I like New Vegas the best. Bills or Eagles for Super Bowl? I think the Bills are going to win, I think. I think it's the Bills' year now. I thought it was a Lions year, but the Bills, I think, are their best team. I think they're the best team. We'll see, though. Have you watched the Invincible series? I mean, the problem with Invincible is, like, it's not bad. It's just, it's either really good or really mid. That's Invincible to me. It's either, like, perfect or just, like, it's mid. Because some of the characters I hate, so. But, like, obviously, Omni-Man's, like, perfect, but Invincible is kind of, depends. It depends. Alright, we'll see you guys the next stream, video, or wherever you see me at. Godspeed.